Hey Zenescope fans, happy early Turkey Day. Black Friday, Zenescope is having a huge sale on everything that they have. Definitely go check that out. The sale is actually going on right now, so you can get the latest comic books, the trade paperbacks, some of the other exclusives that they have available. They even have a Wonderland pint set that I am secretly hoping for. So that's going on right now. This week I am reviewing Grimm Fairy Tales issue number 79 and Godstorm issue number 2. Here is Grimm. Stella in her orange jumpsuit. And Godstorm issue number 2. Okay, so Grimm Fairy Tales number 79 is written by Mark Miller. The art is done by Ricardo Azanaya and Wesley Wong. Stella is out of solitary confinement. She's sent back to her cell where she finds out her new cellmate is Princess. She swears that she's going to protect Princess. Princess has nothing to worry about. It's always a bad idea to put out those kinds of promises because you know something is going to happen. They go to the cafeteria where they are immediately assaulted by Spider's henchmen. Spider was stabbed by Stella in the last issue, number 78. Number 77. So go check that out and find out why Spider was stabbed and how that all turned out. Little surprise, Spider shows up. She's miraculously healed, even though Stella swears she saw her die. And we find out that Spider is a highborn. She actually has gifts for being a highborn. She was Little Miss Muffet. You know, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, blah, 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 continue the story. Little Miss Muffet turns into the Spider, which is what happens with Spider. And she ends up helping Stella fight the zombies that come in. And at the same time, her minions are attacking Princess. Stella finally realizes that Princess isn't around, neither are the minions. She goes to save Princess, and she's too late. Of course, she's racked by guilt, as is normal. She goes back to her cell again, and she finds out she's got a visitor. On her way to the visitor, she thinks that it's the lawyer come back to try and defend her innocence yet again, and she's kind of perturbed by the whole thing. She sits down, and it's her daughter, Illis. What does Illis want? How is Princess going to feel? Is that going to affect Stella anymore? It's definitely a big storyline. I can't wait to see what happens with her daughter now that she's been introduced again. And why is she visiting Stella in jail? Lots of great questions. Look forward to finding out in the next issue. So, that is Grimm Fairy Tales issue number 79. Okay, so the next comic book that I have is Godstorm issue number 2, which is done by Pat Shand, and the art is by Jason Johnson and Ben Sawyer. This issue picks up basically where they left off. Julian is talking to Tony about frying Colonel Sanders and turning him into extra crispy, and Tony slaps Julian and tells him to quit talking crazy. Says he's being a crybaby and says, you know, go for a walk, Pikachu, or whatever. Just basically being self-absorbed, as he always is. As Julian is out for his walk, he's actually saved by Zeus from a sniper that he doesn't even realize is there. So Zeus just makes a quick appearance, not really involved this issue, except for that one quick moment. But seriously? Zeus looks awesome. So, Julian goes back and he is introduced by Tony to some brothel clients, because Tony is apparently running a brothel, and slaps Julian again, calls him the hired muscle, says he's not really good for anything besides being the muscle. However, one of the brothel clients says that one of the reasons they came is because they had heard about Julian. Well, they're picking out their women for the night, and one of the girls says no, she's not going to perform. And Tony automatically responds with trying to hit her, which she grabs his hand and pulls it down. So then he sends Julian in to do his dirty work like always. Julian takes her outside and she starts talking to him, you know, you're not just a muscle, you could do this, Tony's just a mouth. I don't understand why you're protecting him or defending him. He treats you like crap. She just doesn't understand. And she talks Julian into betraying Tony, and actually attacking Tony. So he does, and he takes out the whole house, takes out the clients, takes out Tony, takes out everybody. My question is, who's this girl? Who is she? What side is she on? What is she going to do to Julian? How is this going to affect the storyline? I'm looking forward to Godstorm issue 3 just to see how it plays out. So that is Godstorm issue number 2. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thanks so much. Have a great night.